Hey, what's good, people, man? It's the Health and Wellness Dread, aka the Platinum Bearded Dread. Yeah, man. A while back, I did a post about us being lied to about who the devil is. Basically, explaining that the devil isn't some, thing in a red pantyhose, pitchfork, horns, and a tail, stirring a big pot of fire. That we've been led to believe through a lot of major religions and from when we was little. At least most of us don't believe that anymore. And that the devil is an actual living, breathing human being. And that, yes, it may be an evil spirit, but it still has to work through a physical form, a body. And we can choose, basically, whether we want to be the vessel for that spirit or not. We have a choice. But anyway, the part two to that really is asking ourselves the question, could you be the devil? Could I be the devil? Now, before we start screaming blasphemy and God forbid and stuff for like, let me land, man, let me finish, man. Children, they often know when they're doing wrong. You get scenarios where you say, don't touch that or don't go there. And they're very young and they're looking at you as they're sneaking towards trying to get the thing that they're not supposed to get or touch. There's something inbuilt, innate within them that knows right from wrong. And that's a child, much less an adult. In the same way we have a voice that tells us to stay away, to protect us from certain scenarios where you get one morning, I don't feel like doing this, or you don't feel like going there, or I feel like being a bit late, and something happens that justifies that action. It's the same way. Have you ever had moments where you're tempted to do something that you know isn't good, man? In fact, I know you have, because we all have. That's what makes us human. Now, where did that negative or that devious voice come from? It didn't come from outside. It came from within us. And we have to acknowledge or accept the fact that we are part devil and we are part God. Because both those voices are vying for our attention. And it just so happens that the media, mainstream media, social media, this world at large tries to stimulate and encourage the devil voice within us via the images and the movies. And there's a reason why they're more likely to show you tragedies and deaths and slaughter on the news than positive stories. It's all for a reason. It's all to keep our vibration low, so that we're always in a state of fear, and we're more open now to looking at the whole world in a negative light. So now that we have those two opposing voices, presence, whatever you want to call it, God and the devil, the first thing we have to accept that which one are we going to feed? Because if we allow ourselves to be led by that which is tempting and looks pretty and beautiful, but we know is leading somewhere that's going to be ugly in the end, we have to accept that we've made that choice, and in that moment we've chosen to be a devil, man. All these atrocities that we see throughout history, the Black Holocaust, the transatlantic slave trade, the burning of Jewish people in the ovens and gas chambers, slaughter of the Native Americans, all these things were done because those particular individuals chose to be a vessel for evil when they could have been a vessel for good. So we have to look in the mirror and always ask ourselves, at this moment in time, what am I veering towards? Am I veering towards that which is of good or that which is of bad? And when I say bad, there's many levels, but we can't justify, one bad just because it's not as bad as another bad. Because at every given moment, we've got an opportunity to be a vessel for lights, for God, or a vessel for the devil. Pick wisely, man. The Health and Wellness Dread, aka the Platinum Bearded Dread. But you don't forget, like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And we can do this again. Yeah, man.